Evan Claxton here again. In this video, I want to break down arguably the most impressive feature the ECLP mobile app has to offer, the workout guide. So at the bottom of the screen, clicking the programs icon will pull up this sheet right here. And this is where all of your different workouts will be listed as you continue to work with me and this list grows over time. So clicking on this will open sort of the weekly or daily schedule that I have determined for this workout. And most times, if I have specifically indicated days like you see here, Monday, Wednesday, something like that, there is specific rationale or reasoning for why that is the case. So ideally, you do your best to stick to that schedule if you can. Other things on this page, if you look at the upper right-hand corner, the little paperclip icon, clicking on that will open up your attachments page. So think of this, again, anything extra that I have uploaded to this specific program in the form of a PDF, a video, a document, anything extra like that. So each program I create is specific to the individual, their goals and all their individual variables and whatnot. So to help you understand how to maximize the success and results from your program, each program will contain one of these program instruction sheets. And again, think of this as more or less your roadmap, a helper that will help kind of hone your thinking and energy and let you know what are the most important parts I need to focus on. So as you can see here, you have your ultimate goal, keeping that at the forefront of your brain, and then your exercise and recovery priorities for your day or week or whatever. That again, putting your effort and energy into these items will increase your results. It'll increase the speed at which you achieve them, and it will just maximize your overall experience. So keep in mind that none of this has to be perfect right away, but putting your effort and energy at working these into your lives will get you what you want, where you want to go. So moving back, getting into an actual daily workout itself, clicking on the workout, and from here it gives you sort of more or less a preview of what is to be expected within the workout. So starting with the warm-up, think of it kind of like a crescendo effect. We'll start with some real simple mobility exercises that are targeted on specific areas of our body. And as you move through it, it'll get a little bit more full body oriented and ideally get you revved up and ready for action by the time we get to the resistance training or otherwise the meat and potatoes of the workout itself. So clicking start on here. In terms of viewing your workout program, the app sort of gives you two different ways to do that. So this one you see right here is more detailed. It allows you to kind of scroll side to side. Up in the upper right-hand corner, if you click that icon, this view is same workout, same idea. It's just a little bit more condensed in this more column format. So both views have different reasoning for why you would use which one. And so I'll kind of break that down for you right here. So within this box, you see you have the demonstration video that if you click on it, will obviously show you a video demonstration of the exercise. And then similarly with that, we can maximize the screen. And another really good aspect of this is to pause, and you can kind of slow motion scrub through the exercise if you want to really dive into what I'm doing in there or focus on a specific point, any of those types of things. So otherwise, we got on here the name of the exercise, the reps, the rest period, the tempo, all of that will be logged in this little black box in the middle. So keep your eye out for that. Otherwise, moving down there, we can see how many sets we have for the exercise. There's a space for us to write the reps that we did, the weight we used, as well as any extra notes or anything that you may write for that exercise. So otherwise, looking at kind of the three circles down at the bottom right-hand corner, on the far right, that I think of that as further instructions on the exercise. So clicking that will again open up an opportunity to view the video, and it will also contain a written walkthrough description of the movement as well. So a disclaimer, the exercise videos are great. They contain a quick demonstration of the exercise, and then after about 10 seconds or so, they will expand and contain a little bit longer, but still very short, brief explanation if you need a little bit more coaching rather than just watching the movement demonstrated. So that, again, they're good, but they're not completely perfect. So the written description below will walk through those same aspects of the video, but it may add in a couple things that didn't get thrown into the video for whatever reason. So the moral is use both the video and the written description kind of together. Study those, do whatever you need to do, and that will really assure that you're going to tackle that exercise in the most ideal way. So moving back to this screen here, if you click this middle circle, green circle in there, that little camera button, this will pull up your camera and it will allow you to take a video of yourself performing the exercise. And it will then give you the option to put it split screen with the demonstration video. So you can kind of get a different perspective, look at yours, look at mine, and adjust from there. In addition to that, any video that you take within the app will send that video to me as well. So that will give me another really awesome way to give you form tips and whatnot without necessarily being there with you in person. And so moving through the workout here, I'll explain that last circle in just a second. You can kind of see, again, sets 1 of 2. So there's 2 sets of this exercise. Same thing with here, a different exercise, 2 sets of it. So it's going to move you through, literally through 2 sets of these together, as you can see here. So this is nice because it sort of allows you to literally step-by-step walk through your exercise and kind of have a virtual helper literally through every set of the total exercise. So breaking this down a little bit more, again, we see the incline bench press, how many reps, the intensity we want, our rest period. And so now, again, I have sets 1 of 3. So I have 3 sets of this, and you can see all 3 of those sets are side by side. So this is also nice because it gives you an opportunity to specifically indicate what you did on each set. So for this one, for set 1, for example, I did 8 reps and I lifted 70 pounds, and then I saved that set. So for that exercise, you see how it kind of moves you forward. That set is logged, and it's logged in the data point. You can see on the bottom left hand when your last set was saved for this one. Now we're on set 2. So if I open that back up, I did 8 reps, I did 80 pounds, and then I added a note for myself to keep abs tight. Saving that. Again, it sends you on. Now we're on set 3 of 3. So one more time, I did 8 reps, I did 90 pounds, save that set. So then that exercise is finished then. And so back to those kind of 3 circles, 3 green circles at the bottom right. In terms of noting your progress over time in your exercises, clicking the far left circle, that kind of squiggly graph line, opens up your data points for whatever exercise you opened it under. So as you can see right here, the date, how many sets you did that day, and what your data was for that. Again, set 1, did 8 reps, 70 pounds, so on and so forth. It also contains your notes that you added. So this is a really awesome way to view kind of your progression and your progress over time. As you continue on, you'll have many, many data points in here. And like I said, it gives you a really awesome visual if you're progressing, if you're not, and so on and so forth. So similarly with this, the results you have in here will also be charted in this graph. And so there's no data on here because we only have one data point. But like I said, as you gain days, that data will be logged on here, giving you another visual into kind of how you're doing, how you're progressing. Similarly, in the bottom right-hand corner, clicking that button allows you to adjust the variables of your graph. So that's sort of how to move through and use this in that sequential manner, and then how to gauge and log your progress week to week. Similarly, back to the kind of explaining the exercise videos, again, they're good, but always have a slight variations to them. Very, very often I will call for, a slight variation switch rather than what the general video and description shows. So for those cases, keep your eye out for, see this little piece of paper with the 3 lines in the circle here. That indicates that I have added a note to that exercise. So check that out. So this one right here for this next section, for a side plank and a bent over row, I have made notes that says, for the side plank, hold a dumbbell in your top hand, and for the row, use the cable machine. So other things that I'll put are like, use kettlebells instead of dumbbells, or perform on single legs. So again, the exercise videos will get you general, where to go. Keep an eye out for these notes and stuff, because those will further specify different things I had intended. So that pretty much sums up this view here. As you continue to move through your sets and whatnot, you'll eventually get here, end of the workout, and give you a little high five. And then from there, you can exit as well. So going back in there, showing you the other viewpoint. If you're not interested in moving through it in this sequential manner, that's totally fine. Click the other view. And like I said earlier, this gives you all of the same features and tools and whatnot, just in a much more condensed version. The main thing to keep in mind with this one is in terms of saving your sets, think if I save 1 set, 8 reps, I did 30 pounds. So if I have then 2 more sets on there, you can see at the bottom left-hand corner, I have 1 set saved, but I have 3 total sets. That means I need to, again, physically go in and go write my next data point in. So there's saving set 2, and then same thing, saving set 3. Now you can see at the bottom left-hand corner, the sets saved are 3 sets. Look at your data points, and it will have those matched right there. So kind of 2 different ways to view the workout. Last thing on this, you'll see at the bottom, the stopwatch icon. If you slide that up, it gives you 3 different clocks to mess with. We have a classic stopwatch. We have a timer, a countdown timer that you can do whatever you want with. And then really cool, an interval timer. So for all your circuits or interval training, you can create your work to rest intervals for however many sets you want. And this will play through your headphones or speaker or whatever you need. So that pretty much breaks down the gist of viewing, using the workout videos combined with the written descriptions, making sure to follow the program instructions to hone your thinking, as well as utilize kind of the logging features to chart your progress over time. So I can keep an update on you, and so you have a nice visual on how you're doing over time.